Hey everyone, it's Friday night. I've done it again. I've waited till the very, very last minute to do it, but I'm back with a new episode of LonsTV, the last one of the week. Before we get going here, I want to talk about this Zodiac story. Obviously, it's now been outed as not really a hoax, but like a misunderstanding. But it was originally reported a few days ago that everybody's Zodiac sign was about to change because of the Earth sort of shifts in its rotation a little bit, and the stars are in a little bit of a different area, and the planets are a little bit differently aligned. So everything was like moving back a month or whatever. So I had been a Sagittarius. I was now going to be a Scorpio, and everybody else's signs was flipping around, and there was even like a 13th Zodiac sign. It's like Chustius or some Greek serpent guy got added in, so there was a 13th one, and nobody knew what they were supposed to act like all of a sudden. Everybody's personality got thrown off, and I mean, this was so ridiculously hilarious because it's all made up. I mean, the original one that everybody knows and that we'd all accepted is clearly made up. So this was like a new wrinkle on something made up. It would be like if CNN suddenly reported like, Santa's suit is actually green, and everybody went like, oh fuck, like all of our signs are wrong, and I've been, like making animated Christmas specials with the red suit for years, and like the whole Santa Claus series of films with Tim Allen would have to be reshot, and it's like, but it's like, it's fake, like his suit's whatever color we want, and like the same with the Zodiac, like your sign means whatever you want. Like, I mean, do people really believe, like, really honestly, that the planets and the stars are, like, in a certain position when you're born, and then it makes you, like, thrifty, or aggressive, or funny, or, like, it's such a crock. I mean, because we know that so many people are born on, like, the same day and the same week as us. Like, are they like you? I mean, do they act like I know a set of identical twins, and they don't act the same. Their personalities are very different. And not only were they born within minutes of each other, but they have the same genetic material. They're like almost identical DNA. And they're different. So, the whole thing is just so like medieval and ridiculous. Like the fact that there were really people like that were upset, like that they've been misunderstanding their sign. I've been reading the wrong horoscope for all these years. It's just like their personalities were suddenly going to be different, and they had to like plan their lives differently about it. It's also the best argument against tattoos ever, because this was like thousands of people suddenly were like, but I had a Taurus put on my shoulder, and it's like, oh, that is just comically silly. Like, that's when, like, people have to go back and, like, get their ex-boyfriend and girlfriends, like, drawn over with, like, now it's a tree! Like, it was the same thing. Like, I was just envisioning, like, thousands of people with, like, these awkward tattoos where, like, a Gemini had to become a Pisces or whatever. So, anyway, that was just really stupid, and I was sort of enjoying it for the last couple days. The main thing I wanted to review is the gelato shop that is down the street from me on Hillhurst in Los Feliz. We've been going there all the time, and the gelato's really tasty, and I just figured I'd talk about it for a little bit. It's interesting, this gelato shop, because they have very exotic flavors, and some of them are amazing, and some of them are, like, surprisingly disgusting. Like, tonight I had Pannacotta, which was, like, cream and caramel, like, mixed together, and it was completely delicious. I also had banana split, which is, banana flavor, but it had, like chunks of actual banana in it, and I don't know what it is. Like, I love to eat a regular banana, and I love to eat, like, a banana ice cream or a banana muffin or something. I love banana-flavored things, but I don't love when there's, like, real chunks of banana in the banana-flavored thing. Like, my brain wants one or the other. It's like I'm either eating bananas or I'm eating some chemical processed thing that's, like, sort of tastes like banana and is very sweet. I can't do both at once. But they also, they have even crazier flavors that, banana split's pretty normal flavor. They have, like, lemon and basil ice cream. They have olive oil flavored ice cream. And you think, well, this is, like, a good establishment, and their ice creams are good, and they have it on the menu, and they bothered to make it, like, they must know something I don't. Like, they must know that olive oil ice cream is actually going to be really delicious, and it's not at all. It's actually terrible. And so that's the interesting thing is they just kind of experiment, and then they go public with their experiments, good or bad. It's like, well, what about olive oil? Like, put that down to the end. Maybe people will go for chocolate or coffee over here. And they also had this one time called citrus, which sounds good, and their fruit flavors are usually amazing. It was like citrus and lemon and orange and then like lime, and there was like one thing in it that just threw the whole thing off, and it just tasted like really sharp, and it was like licking the bottom of an orange juice container that had been like left out in the sun for a while. Like, it was just really potent and not in a good way. But when they're good, they're awesome. Like the tasty flavors. And then if you mix and match, sometimes you'll find like great combinations. Like I had like a pineapple and a pear together, and it was like mind-blowingly good. So when it's good, it's really good. It's called Gelato Cafe, by the way, and I'll put the information down below in case anybody is in LA and wants to try it. It's on Hillhurst, right here in Los Feliz. And there's my favorite part about the whole place. There's a sign behind the counter that says that all of their gelatos are handmade by Alessandro. Like, no more information, nothing like where he learned to make these delicious gelatos or like his last name or where they keep them. He's certainly not in the store. It's like, Chuck, your, ice cream scooper. They don't have, that's not where Alessandro is. And I love that it gives the whole place this air of exotic mystery. Like, who is Alessandro and where do they keep him? Like, in my head, he's like this Phantom of the Opera type character. Like, 30 years ago, he was tragically, had got freezer burn all over his face, and now he wears a mask and, is hideous and hides underneath the gelato store and, listens in every night at us, eating his delicious gelato and making fun of his olive oil experiments. And, one day, he'll come up and the beautiful woman will be there. He'll dispense the gelato for her or something. That's how it is in my head. So anyway, Gelato Cafe in Los Feliz. Try it out if you're there. Do not get the olive oil flavor. Pick one that sounds good. If it sounds delicious, like cinnamon or pear or something, go with that, and you'll rarely go wrong. And also, don't believe your horoscopes or the Zodiac, because that is stupid. So that's LonsTV for today. Thanks, everybody, for subscribing and watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next week.